Friends, Americans, dreamers, look around this room. Every single person here has something in common with the greatest figures in American history. You know what that is? You have the power to make one decision that changes everything. Abraham Lincoln made one decision to preserve the Union. Rosa Parks made one decision to stay seated. Steve Jobs made one decision to think different. Today, you're going to make your decision. The decision to stop living below your potential and start living the life you were born to create. You were born in the greatest nation on earth, not because we're perfect, but because we're perfectible. This country was built by people who refused to accept that's just how things are. They said that's how things were. The American dream isn't about getting something for nothing. It's about getting everything for something. And that something is your commitment, your courage, your refusal to quit when things get tough. Turn to the person next to you right now and tell them one dream you've been afraid to pursue. Go ahead, I'll wait. Your ancestors didn't cross oceans, build railroads, and reach for the moon so you could play small. They did it so you could dream bigger than they ever imagined possible. But let me ask you something deeper. What if I told you that everything you think you know about success is wrong? What if the very beliefs that you've been carrying around are the chains that are keeping you from your destiny? What if today is the day you discover who you really are beneath all the fear, all the doubt, all the limitations that society has placed on you? You see, most people live their entire lives never knowing their true potential. They go through life like actors, playing someone else's script, never realizing they have the power to write their own story. They accept the role that others have assigned them instead of creating the role they were born to play. Let me tell you about limitation. Limitation is a liar. It whispers in your ear, "You're not smart enough. You're not connected enough. You don't have enough experience." But here's what limitation doesn't want you to know. Every person who ever achieved anything great was once exactly where you are right now, full of dreams and surrounded by doubts. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before he invented the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. I found 1,000 ways that didn't work." That's the American spirit. That's the mindset that built this nation. That's the attitude that will build your future. There are 4 chains that hold Americans back. First, the chain of comparison. Stop measuring your chapter 1 against someone else's chapter 20. Your journey is unique. Your timeline is different. Your path is yours alone. Second, the chain of perfectionism. Done is better than perfect, and started is better than planned. Perfectionism is not about high standards, it's about fear of judgment. Third, the chain of past failures. Your past is a place of reference, not residence. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are your possibilities. Fourth, the chain of other people's opinions. The only opinion that matters is the one staring back at you in the mirror. Stand up right now and make the motion of breaking these chains. Literally break them off your wrists and ankles. Feel the freedom. Feel the power. You are no longer bound by these limitations. But breaking chains is just the beginning. Now we must build something new. We must construct a mindset worthy of the dreams that burn within your heart. We must develop the mental architecture that will support the life you're destined to live. Success isn't accidental. It follows a blueprint that every American success story has used. There are 5 pillars of American success. Vision. See it before you achieve it. Every great achievement started as a vision in someone's mind. Walt Disney saw Disneyland in his imagination years before it became reality. He could walk through those streets in his mind, see the children's faces, hear their laughter. What vision burns so brightly in your mind that you can see it, feel it, almost touch it. Commitment. Burn the boats. Make it happen. When Cortez landed in Mexico, he burned his ships, so his men had no choice but to move forward. What boats do you need to burn? What safety nets do you need to remove? What excuses do you need to eliminate? Commitment means you're all in, no matter what. Action. Dreams without action are wishes. The cemetery is full of good intentions, great ideas, and unfulfilled dreams. The difference between dreamers and achievers is action. Massive, consistent, relentless action. Not perfect action, but persistent action. Not comfortable action, but courageous action. Persistence. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. In Japan, they have a saying, Nana korobiya oki. Fall down 7 times, stand up 8. But here in America, we don't just stand up, we stand up stronger, wiser, more determined than ever before. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every failure is a lesson in disguise. Every no gets you closer to your yes. Service. Success is not about what you get, it's about what you give. The most successful Americans in history were those who served something greater than themselves. They built businesses that solved problems. They created innovations that improved lives. They left the world better than they found it. What problem will you solve? What lives will you touch? What legacy will you leave? Every great American leader, entrepreneur, and changemaker has built their success on these 5 pillars. Today, you start building yours. But building requires more than just knowing what to do. It requires understanding why you're doing it. Right now, in this moment, you are at a crossroads. Down one path is the life you've always lived, comfortable, predictable, safe. It's the path of what if and someday and if only. It's the path where dreams go to die, where potential goes to waste, where greatness goes unrealized. Down the other path is the life you've always dreamed of, challenging, uncertain, but filled with unlimited possibility. It's the path of what's next and starting now and no matter what. It's the path where dreams come alive, where potential becomes power, where greatness becomes reality. Which path are you going to choose? The American spirit inside you already knows the answer. But choosing the path is just the first step. Walking the path is where champions are made. Welcome back, champions! Notice I didn't call you future champions or potential champions. I called you champions because that's what you are right now. You just need to start acting like it. The championship isn't something you win someday. It's something you claim today, in this moment, with this decision. Here's the Champion's Creed, and I want you to stand up and repeat after me with conviction. I was born to win. I was born for greatness. I am more than a conqueror. I will find a way or make one. I am the author of my own destiny. I refuse to be ordinary. I choose to be extraordinary. Feel those words in your bones. Let them penetrate your soul. These aren't just words, they're declarations of war against mediocrity. They're battle cries against limitation. They're victory songs for your future. Champions don't wait for motivation, they create it. They don't wait for the right mood, they create the right mindset. They don't wait for inspiration to strike, they become the inspiration for others. Champions understand that motivation is like bathing. You need to do it daily. Champions don't wait for opportunities, they make them. While others are waiting for their ship to come in, champions are building their own boats. While others are hoping for their lucky break, champions are creating their own luck through preparation, meeting opportunity. Champions don't wait for perfect conditions, they make conditions perfect through their actions. They understand that there will never be a perfect time, a perfect plan, or perfect circumstances. There will only be this moment and what you choose to do with it. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. If you want to change what's happening around you, you must first change what's happening within you. Your external circumstances are the physical manifestation of your internal beliefs, thoughts, and expectations. If you want more success in your outer world, you must develop a success consciousness in your inner world. If you want more abundance in your life, you must eliminate scarcity thinking from your mind. If you want more love in your relationships, you must first love and accept yourself. There are 3 voices in your head. The critic says, "You can't do this. Who do you think you are? You don't have what it takes. You're going to fail, and everyone will laugh at you." The critic is the voice of your fear.